Welcome everybody. You've just clicked on a very special video. I don't know if you know that or not, but this is the very first episode of the SoundCloud game show. Not officially associated with nor endorsed by SoundCloud yet. I'm your host, Yokai, and today I'll be competing against a very special guest, someone who I consider to be kind of a champion of their underground, the SoundCloud underground here on YouTube. Ryan Celsius. Ryan, how you been? What have you been listening to lately?
I've been listening to a lot, man. I'm doing great, by the way, and I'm excited to jump in and hear these tracks. I do a lot of track submission reviews all the time, so it's been a wide range of stuff from the underground and from the middle ground and from the mainstream. So I'm curious to see if I can try and win this newly discovered game show.
Absolutely. All right, so the way this is going to work is I'm going to pull up a random SoundCloud track. I've got a nifty little Chrome extension here that hides almost all the stats, so we're just going to listen through it and try and guess how many streams the track has. Whoever's guess is closest to the correct answer, they score a point, and at the end of 9 rounds, whoever has the most points wins the game. Makes sense? Everybody at home, feel free to keep track of your score as well. I know you already liked the video, but if you happen to beat both of us, I'll give you permission to unlike the video if you wish. So I guess we'll go ahead and get started. Ryan, you ready?
I'm all in.
You might be wondering, how do we select a random SoundCloud track? Well, I actually am having a bunch of you guys submit tracks on the Discord. I'll throw a link in the description if you want to submit one, but you'll just throw it in this text channel here, and then my boy Koyami hooked me up with his Discord bot, Koya bot. I'll put a link to that in the description as well. It allows me to randomly select a track that was submitted on the Discord. So I'll go ahead and pull up our first random track here. First track here, it was submitted by Lil Night Vision. It's a song called Frank Castle.
Valid motive, it's emotional response. No, not vengeance. Punishment.
Kind of stumped on this one.
You know, I scour SoundCloud all the time, so I may have an unfair advantage. I think I've just recently seen Little Night Vision's SoundCloud profile.
Oh, okay.
Massively underrated. So I'm thinking that track, that Frank
Well,
Castle
don't
track.
reveal your guess, by the way. I don't want to have an unfair advantage here.
Okay.
No, I agree. Yeah, Lil Night Vision, I've seen his name floating around. I admittedly have not really done as much of a deep dive into his discography as I probably should have by this point, but I fuck with this track. I really like the layers that kind of go into the melody there, and the drums are really cool too. I like the open hats. Absolutely.
And that initial hit with the 808s coming in strong after that nice build up, a little storytelling there, little ambience into those hard knocks. That was well played.
Yeah, for sure. And you can't go wrong with a Juicy J vocal sample. I mean, the guy just slides on any beat you throw his vocals on.
Pop that trunk, man.
Lil Night Vision, he's got 69 tracks. Very nice. And this track was posted 20 days ago. So with that in mind, I think I have a guess in my head. What do you think? Do you have a guess prepared, Ryan?
Yes, I have something locked in.
All right. 3, 2, 1. 1,800.
What? I was going to say 1.7.
All right, we'll see. Let me reveal the stats here. 1.1K. All right, Ryan, you take the point on that one. Barely edged it out there.
Underrated though, only 1,000?
Yeah, for real. 1,000, 51 likes. Come on, guys. By the way, I'm going to be putting links to all the songs that we featured today in the description if you want to go check those out as well. This one was submitted by High Rise Innovation. It's a track by Umbasa called Clean Flow.
Yeah, definitely. I love this track. I think this is actually one of my Trapped in Japan 2099 reloaded playlists already as one of those sort of futuristic, high energy bangers. Futuristic,
100%.
high energy banger.
Yeah, this is really giving me the impression that this person like probably just learned what a limiter does or like a compressor, and they just push that shit to the max, you know?
Absolutely.
Not a lot of dynamic range here, but I really fuck with the melodics. It almost like sounds like an electric guitar. I don't know if that's what like they actually sampled or used, but I also really like the vocal chops. I think those are really unique. I've not heard of Umbasa or Junior Ferrari before, but it's from 4 years ago. I think I have a guess in mind. What do you think? Do you have a guess?
I have a guess, and I have it written down right here off screen. So instead of saying it at the same time, you can say yours. I'll just slide mine over.
Sounds fair enough. All right, I'll go ahead and give my guess. I'm going to say 90,000.
My guess was 27,000.
All right, let's check it out.
I think you might have it, to be honest.
585K? Holy shit.
Ooh.
This is like an underground classic here, I guess. I wasn't very close, but I was fortunately a little bit closer. So I'll give myself a point on round 2. Moving into round 3, it's still a tie game. This next submission comes in from Exile. It's his track Murder Case featuring White Knight. Already looking at the waveform, it's looking loud. Sounds like the master chain on this track was just distortion. That end of it. That's the whole master chain. I think it's got a nice groove to it. Maybe a little excessively distorted in my opinion, but what do you think, Ryan?
I love some good old dirt, you know.
Dirt. So this is the dirt everyone's been telling me about.
This is a little bit of that dirt, you know, that messy, completely distorted master chain, but the bass line just felt so good. You know, yeah, I'm a big fan of that sound. Huge fan of that sound. I actually had not heard that track before. Exile
has put out 25 tracks in his time on SoundCloud. The track was posted 1 month ago. I don't know if I've heard of White Knight before, so I'm not sure if that would have given it like a noticeable boost or anything, but I think I've got a guess in mind.
I think this is from a month ago, from Exile. I have a guess.
I'm going to say 500 plays.
I think you probably got me. I think I've overestimated and said 13.1K.
All right, we will see. 100? Come on, guys. We gotta put on for these guys a little more, I guess. That's the point of the show, right? We're revealing some hidden gems here on SoundCloud. Only 7 likes. 100 plays.
Oh, 100 plays. Oh, shame.
Show some love to Exile and White Knight over here.
Yeah, he's getting a YouTube upload, definitely. For that.
There you go. Next submission comes to us from Young Demon. It's his track Buckshot. It's giving Eric D. Feeling some very strong Eric D influence on this one. What do you think?
I love when they bring in the horns. Love that nice jazz sample. Agree, it does have a bit of Eric D vibes. A little influence there, I think, perhaps.
The Ramirez vocals really was what sold that for me. And I couldn't help but notice, Ryan, you're mentioning the tags here. I think it was meant to be.
Oh, so I definitely got to get it right.
84 tracks on SoundCloud. This is from 12 days ago.
Recently had a beat battle a couple months ago, and he was part of it, and solid, so solid. 12 days ago. Okay.
With that in mind, I think I have a guess.
Yeah, I have one as well. Let me go ahead and lock it in.
All right, we're locked in. I'm gonna say this track has 750 plays.
The grind he's been on, I'm gonna say 1.1K, because I think he's dropped a couple very recently. So I think he's getting momentum. Let's say 1.1. Let's go with that.
All right. Let's see it. 785? Have I already got the formula down pat?
Maybe you do.
That's crazy. Young Demon, good shit. Sounds like you've been on your grind. Keep at it, buddy. This one comes from Ronan. It's his track, Eyes on Me. I gotta say, I'm in love with the drums on this one. I think this is some killer drum work.
Yeah, definitely.
It seems like it's got that Barry Main influence. I mean, it's the first tag on the track, so I can't think that that's a coincidence.
Yeah, I doubt it. I'm a fan of Ron. I've heard a few of his tracks in the last couple of weeks. Haven't heard this one yet.
Well, I know he's got great taste in music because it says I need to follow him back. So shout out to Ronan. Only 13 tracks here on SoundCloud, so he's pretty new to the game, or at least this account is. But this is from 6 months ago, so I gotta feel like this is probably one of his earlier tracks. So I'm almost wondering, because you said you've heard about him recently, right?
Yeah.
A little bit more of a recent come up. I'm a little lost on this one, but I think I've got a guess in mind.
Okay, I got something.
I'm gonna say 1K, 1,000 streams.
I feel like this track may have popped a little, so I'm gonna give it a 7,800.
All right, let's check it out. 1.49K.
It's a shame that it doesn't have 7,800.
I guess if the point of the game were just giving it the amount of plays that it deserves, I think you would take it on that one. As far as those Barry Main inspired tracks, I feel like this is definitely up there. All right, this next one comes from Mr. Slow-Mo. It's called Criminal.
What the hell do I care what your name is? You're a criminal. No.
Love how it sounds on the monitors. Love how that bass line feels. I don't think I'm familiar with Mr. Slow-Mo, so I think
This
really
is
like
from
the
a
track.
year ago.
Okay.
August of last year. Yeah, I haven't heard of Mr. Slow-Mo either. I agree. I'm a fan of the bass line. I do think in terms of the mix, the bass and the kick could be a little punchier. Maybe just some different drum selection would have helped, but I do like the overall vibe. We didn't listen all the way through, but I noticed it's a fairly long song, so I would imagine that people might not be replaying this song as much, might not be running it back super often. 30 tracks on SoundCloud, Mr. Slow-Mo. This is another tough one, but I think I've got a guess. These older ones, it's tough because there's no way of knowing if something like really popped off,
Yeah, I'm gonna tender a guess. Another ambitious guess.
I'm going to go with 600 streams.
I'm going to go with 2.2 thousand.
All right, let's reveal. 483 plays.
My good, come on, guys.
I feel like I was lowballing it, and it's still...
I feel like I was lowballing.
Mr. Slow-Mo, this track is from a while ago. Hopefully you've gotten some more love on the more recent tracks. Damn, 483.
That is criminal.
Well said. This track comes from, I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce this guy's name, but it's called Headshot. Let's check it out. It's an interesting vibe. I definitely see what they were going for. I do think that it could have benefited from a little bit more layers or a melody with more than 2 notes. What do you think, Ryan?
I'm a big fan of I've been seeing a lot of this super minimal melodies, almost two to 3 notes, maybe even 1 note sometimes. And I think for sort of the darker tracks, that plus a bit more layering, not necessarily with the melody, but with some other elements, some other ambience, some other, maybe even some change with the vocal would make it go crazy, in my opinion. It's a little low pass, I would say, if it starts to open up a little bit more, and maybe it does towards the end or something like that. But looking at the waveform, I doubt it. I think it would be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it would be something really, really crazy.
76 tracks. So this guy is a little bit prolific. Is that the right word? He's putting out a lot more tracks than some of the other artists we looked at today. This one's from 12 days ago, 4.5 minutes long. Personally, I don't know if I would feel the urge to run this one back super often, especially if it's 4.5 minutes long. So I think I've got a guess in mind.
I too have a guess.
I'm going to say that this track has 150 plays.
My guess is 315.
Let's check it out.
Try to go low. Let's see.
There you go, Ryan. 368. You were almost right on the money. Thank you, Syst402R, for that submission. This one comes to us from Ronan again. We got a double header here from Ronan. It's your lucky day, Ronan. Here we go. Another great entry from Ronan. Definitely still hearing some of that Barry Main influence with the 808s and some of the drums, but I like the vocal selection on this one too. I think I recognized that first vocal from a Sudier song called Cocaine and Cadillacs.
Yep, I love it. Bit of a bombastic sound with the sample. Like I said, I think this is one of the tracks I maybe reposted this one from Ronan. This is definitely in a private SoundCloud playlist somewhere. I'm have
you got
to
the competitive advantage on this one.
I don't think it's working out for me, that advantage.
3 months ago, I actually totally forget what the other Ronin track was at, so that will make it more difficult for me to guess on this one, but it's a little bit older. Actually, was the other Ronin track more recent or less?
The other one was more recent.
Gotcha. I don't know. It's tough because I feel like if this track was posted in like 2016 or 2017, it'd have like 100K.
Yeah.
The timing sometimes throws me off. I think I've got a guess locked in. What about you?
This was hard. I'm gonna lock in a guess based on. Also, it got picked up by Rare. I see in the description.
Yep, got the Rare cosign.
I think I have an idea of what the minimums could be. So I'm gonna go ahead and yet another ambitious guess, and let's see what happens. I have something locked.
I'm gonna go a little bit higher on this one as well. A little ambitious. I'm gonna say this track has 2,000 plays.
3.4 thousand for this track.
Let's check it out. 3.9. There you go, Ryan.
There we go.
And well done, Ronan. This one definitely performed pretty well, I'd say. For someone with 400 followers, almost 200 likes in 3 months, I'd say that's pretty stellar.
That's strong.
This one comes from Schleckman Fiffle on Discord. Servant of God by Companionless.
Companionless, okay.
Load up my big 9, now I'm finna shoot to kill. If you buggers living, it's this pippin' finna do the deal.
I recognize the name. I think I think they've hit me up, or I have some submissions from them that, to be honest, I haven't gone over fully because I haven't heard this track from 6 months ago. I fuck with the artwork. You know, I love that style, of course, of the old VHS horror movie aesthetic. And I like the song is fairly dynamic in its sort of structure. You know, I feel
totally.
like it's kind of a story being told in a way.
And he's got the primary tag here, punk. So got some punk influence here, it sounds like. It's tough because, yeah, it's 6 months ago. I feel like it's a pretty well-produced song. Only 18 tracks from Companionless on SoundCloud, but he does seemingly have a Spotify account. So he's taking this seriously. He's getting his music on streaming services.
Yeah, this one's real tough. I mean, you're right. He's taking it serious. He has distribution. He has the Instagram link right there. All of his tags are spot on. No fluff, though. This is exactly what that sound is. I know what I want it to be, and I'm going to put in my guess for what I think it actually is. All right, I'm locked in.
All right. I'm going to say this track has 10,000 plays.
I went backwards and said 560.
Let's see just how underground Companionless is. 5,000. So,
okay.
What did you say, 560 or something? I think you're closer.
I'm happy to see Companionless is getting some roses for what he's doing. You know,
yeah,
you really
for sure.
A lot of the dark trap and some of the dirt, you know, so good to see some of that in there.
Yeah, he's about to hit 1K, so everybody go throw a follow on Companionless' SoundCloud. Get him over that 1K threshold. Looks like our final score here is 5-4. Yokai came out on top, but you know, there's always opportunities for a rematch, and we'll have some other games as well.
Loved all the submissions. I'm reposting all these tracks, of course, on my SoundCloud and putting a few of them on YouTube.
If you guys were keeping track of your score throughout the game, feel free to comment who you want to see on the show next. We'll definitely have Ryan back for some of the other games as well, maybe a rematch. Yeah, Ryan, thank you so much. Where can these folks find you?
On YouTube, Ryan Celsius, and everywhere else at the same name. I'll see you there.
Good stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Peace.